Ari Aster has put out some real strange films, but they were pretty good though in ways. And those films were Hereditary and Midsommar, and they were released by A24. Now I just saw his recent film for the studio, Beau is Afraid, which came out last April and is now streaming on Paramount Plus with Showtime. But is this film anywhere as good as the other two? Well, not exactly in a supernatural way. Or is this one just a complete train wreck of a tragedy that might leave you spooked big time? Find out in the spoiler free review right now. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2023 surrealist tragic comedy horror flick Beau is Afraid, released by A24, written, directed, and co-produced by Ari Aster, who had recently directed Hereditary and Midsommar for the studio. The film stars Joaquin Phoenix as the title character, Beau Wasserman, along with Patti LuPone, Nathan Lane, Amy Ryan, Kylie Rogers, Parker Posey, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Haley Squires, Michael Gandolfini, Zoe Lister-Jones, Armin Nahapatian, if I mispronounced that, I apologize, and Richard Kind. Its plot follows the mild-mannered but paranoia-ridden title character as he embarks on a surreal odyssey to get home to attend his mother's funeral, realizing his greatest fears along the way. Well, this film was kind of a strange one, what have you. Now, Beau Wasserman is the son of a famous and wealthy businesswoman, Mona, who is responsible for building a large conglomerate empire. He grows up without a father, who his mother says died the night Beau was conceived due to a heart murmur caused by orgasm. Sorry I said that quietly. I didn't want to arouse attention. He struggles with a recurring dream in which he watches from the bath as an identical twin demands to know what really happened, to which she locks him in the egg. As a teenager on a cruise trip with his mother, Beau meets and falls in love with a girl named Elaine, and the two kiss and promise to remain virgins until they meet again as adults. Well, as an adult, Beau is extremely anxious and living alone in a crime-ridden city. He prepares for a flight to see his mother for the anniversary of his father's death, but misses his plane after his keys and luggage are stolen from his door. He calls his mother to explain the situation, but she dismisses him. After having been locked out by deranged homeless people for the night, he attempts to call his mother again, only to have it answered by a UPS driver who tells him that she was decapitated in an accident after a chandelier fell on her head. After violent confrontation with an intruder at home, then by a police officer and a murderer on the street, Beau is hit by a food truck and wakes up in the house of a married couple named Grace and Roger. Plus their angsty teenage daughter Tony, and care for an unstable veteran named Jeeves, who was their late son's battle buddy until he was killed in action. Well, that's about all I can tell you, but he gets, well, into so much issues. He runs into the wilderness and what have you, where he meets a traveling deer and what have you, and lots of other things. This film is pretty weird and what have you, but I thought it was very well good in ways. Anyway, so my thoughts on the film was I thought it was not too bad. Now, according to Rotten Tomatoes, the film is at 67%, saying that it is overstuffed to the point of erasing the line between self flagellation and self indulgence. But Ari Aster's bravura and Joaquin Phoenix's sheer commitment give this neurotic odyssey undeniable power. Nick Allen of RogerEbert.com said, "It's gobsmacking, sometimes exhausting, always beguiling," but wrote it as Aster's funniest movie yet, and praised Phoenix's performance as fascinating, and concluded that the ambition is the point. The New York Times said the film was a supersized, fitfully amusing, self-important tale of fear and loathing, and chastised the runtime by saying it's a journey midway, it comes a slog. Yeah, this film's 3 hours long. Man, this, I don't know what to tell you. This could have just used a little trimming here and there and what have you. Now, it did have a pretty good score from Bobby Krilk, or Click or Crick. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the last name. But even so, it was fine. Unfortunately, this film bombed at the box office, unfortunately, even for A24. It premiered at the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema on April Fool's Day before it got released. Let's see. Well, about a couple weeks later, on April 14th of last year, as it started with a limited theatrical release before getting a wide release the following week. The reviews were positive, but this film was a commercial disappointment. It failed to only bring in $11 million against its $35 million budget. So this film bombed big time. Now, even though A24 would have better successes this just last year and what have you, but Beau is Afraid, I'm going to say, well, I might not kind of find it as well particular as Midsommar or even Hereditary, but those were mostly supernatural horror flicks and what have you. This one's more of a comedy and comedy horror with a little tragedy in it and what have you. Yeah. So apparently it was just so weird and twisted. Now, as for our cast, Joaquin Phoenix, I liked him as Beau. He was good. Patti LuPone played Mona. From what we've seen, she was good. Amy Ryan played Grace. Nathan Lane played Roger. Kylie Rogers played Tony. And Dennis Monochet played Jeeves. We have Parker Posey playing the character Elaine Bray. And we had so many others and what have you. Both sons were played by Mike Taylor, Theodore Pellerin, and Michael Gandolfini. Yeah. So, and there's many others and what have you, but overall, I thought the cast was fine, what have you. I do like its atmosphere and what have you from those various places, though. So, from what I've seen, Beau is Afraid, it's not too bad of a film. I think it was pretty good. I couldn't put it on par with Hereditary or Midsommar, but nevertheless, Ari Aster did his best with this film. Don't get me wrong, though, but I thought it was pretty good and what have you. So if you have Paramount Plus with Showtime, or if you got Showtime by itself, then I'd say you should give this film a go for. You might enjoy it, or you may not. You be the judge. So overall, Beau is Afraid, I thought it was a fair film. I just wish its runtime was trimmed down a little bit and what have you. So for my score, I'm gonna give Beau is Afraid 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it an 8. So, what did you think of Beau is Afraid? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Paw Patrol, the movie. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, check out my reviews of these other 2 films Joaquin Phoenix was a part of. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Gladiator from 2000, which also starred Russell Crowe. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of Walk the Line, which had him as Johnny Cash, and it also includes a ranking of my favorite Johnny Cash songs. Or if you'd like something else from Ari Aster, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of his debut feature film, Hereditary, from 2018. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.